So over the last few weeks, many of you have been got in touch with us at Sancta asking to do more to raise awareness of the current consultation that the Scottish Government has launched regarding sexual health and education in schools, particularly Catholic schools. So there's a upcoming consultation going to close in the next few days, the 23rd I believe. So we have asked the head of the Scottish Catholic Media Office, Peter Kearney, who joins us here today, to explain to us and give us a background to this situation, the concerns that are there and what parents and teachers can do.
You're right, there is concern, John, and one of the reasons for that is that this consultation document, which is guidance for schools, it looks at the whole subject of what is called RSHP, relationships, sexual health and parenting education, and it gives guidance to all of Scotland's schools, denominational and non-denominational, on how they should deliver those aspects of the curriculum. There was guidance before, back in 2014, there was an earlier version of this document, and in that earlier version it very, very clearly set out the role, the position, the statutory position of Catholic schools in Scotland. In fact, there were 4 paragraphs in the early document that referred to Catholic schools. So it said there quite clearly, here's the education we'd like to deliver, but we accept, the Scottish Government accepts, that that will be delivered in a Catholic way, in Catholic schools. In the new document, all references to Catholic schools have been deleted, and this is a significant concern.
Why has that happened? Is it negligence or is it deliberate? What's your kind of view on that?
It's very difficult to say. Very difficult to say why this has happened. It's to some extent inexplicable. When the first draft of this new document appeared, the director of our Catholic Education Service, Barbara Cooper, went back to the Scottish Government and said, "You've deleted all reference to Catholic schools. Can you please put it back? All we're asking for are the same paragraphs that were in the 2014 document." Unfortunately, that didn't happen. And the document that's out for consultation at the moment doesn't have any reference to Catholic schools and has one reference to the existence of denominational schools. So that's a worry. So what the Bishops' Conference is saying through the Catholic Education Service to parents and to anyone across the country, please respond to this consultation. There are still a couple of days to go. If you go to the website of the Scottish Catholic Education Service, which is sces.org.uk, there you'll see all the background you need, and you'll see a link to the consultation. You don't need to go into any detail, you don't need to have lots and lots of arguments. You're simply saying to the Scottish Government, please reinstate the paragraphs that referenced Catholic schools.
So what is the implications that, say this passes as it is without including the reference to Catholic schools? What's the follow-up implication for that? What would happen?
If this document is to be published and ends up unaltered and doesn't explicitly reference Catholic schools, on the one hand, this does not change the underlying framework. It doesn't change the law. The law says Catholic schools are here, they exist by statute, and they can deliver in accordance with the teaching of the Catholic Church. However, it'll have, to some degree, a chilling effect on a lot of schools. Head teachers, for example, and class teachers will think, I don't have the support in this document, explicit support, to deliver the curriculum the way I expect or the Church expects we should. And that can create concern, it can create worry. Also, when it comes to the preparation and the delivery of resources, the schools need to be able to know you have the right, the absolute right, to deliver this aspect of the curriculum in accordance with the teaching and the beliefs of the Church. So it would be very, very worrying that we would be on the first step to effectively eradicating the place and the role of Catholic schools within the Scottish system. It's also worth keeping in mind, this doesn't just affect Catholics. Although Catholics are around 16% of the population, our schools educate about 20% of Scottish school children. So what that tells you, interestingly, is a significant number of non-Catholic families choose Catholic schools for their children. Probably the biggest single group among them would be Muslim families. So for people who have other faiths, or even for people who don't have faith, but they want a faith-based ethos for their children in their education, this is very, very important. So we would absolutely urge people to look at this consultation, respond and register your concern.
Yeah, I mean, just thinking back to being involved in 2018 with the celebration of Catholic schools at a government level, acknowledging the presence of Catholic schools and the benefits to society here, it almost seems a bit kind of strange this has occurred so quickly. Is there any particular reason why it's happened now, or is it because you say the government's not really changed as such since then?
Well, the document that we are concerned about has been a couple of years in the making, and in that sense it predates the current First Minister and his ministerial team. You're absolutely right. In 2018 we did get strong endorsements of Catholic schools at the centenary of the Education Act. The previous two First Ministers individually said some very supportive and very welcome things about Catholic schools, and we hope that that will continue. We hope this is an error, it's an oversight, and it's something that can be remedied. It could be remedied quite easily by lifting the 4 paragraphs from the last document and making sure they're in the new document, and we certainly hope that that is what will happen.
Well, as Peter said, it's very important that you respond to the consultation if you have concerns. You can find that on SCES's website. The details will be below on this post. You've got until the 23rd of November, so not long to go, but very important that you express your view on this worrying development in the consultation. So thanks, Peter, coming in briefly to tell us about that. Appreciate your time, and we'll keep everyone updated on the progress and results of that consultation. God bless.